G'day everyone, thanks for joining us again, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Bandai AT-AT in 1/144 scale from Star Wars. Love it, love it. Massive thank you to Darren from Tokyo Model Detectives for providing this kit to me. I get all my Star Wars stuff off Darren. I'm sure those of you that see my unboxings would have heard. And his prices are very reasonable, as are his shipping costs. So if you're looking to order some models, definitely give Darren a call. Tokyo Model Detective, I'll put the link to his website down below, as well as his YouTube site. He's got some great YouTube videos as well. So let's have a look at this box, shall we? Nice box art. Some good pictures on the side here of completed models, and this is basically showing all the different poses you can put your kit into once it's done. And what's it say on the side here? Various modeling techniques, blah 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 blah, based on actual props to reproduce in style and detail from the films to reproduce in style and detail. So I have no doubt that looking at this, they have certainly looked at the film props and studio models as their reference on this, because they've done a beautiful job as normal. So you can see the completed kit again. Once again, you've got options for the legs. You've got quite a few things you can play around with this. I'll stop yakking and let's have a look inside. So first thing we're going to cover, once again, full color instructions. Everything comes bagged. I've removed it obviously for the video, but once again, everything comes bagged, so thank you, Bandai. Gives you a little rundown on the vehicle in English as well, for those of you that prefer English, funnily enough. And we've got our decals and water slide sheets. Now these come in the separate bags in the kit, but I've just put them in here just for expediency's sake. So you got your stickers and your decals. Fairly simple, there's not a lot to go on with this kit. Let's just have a look at the instruction. There's a few sprues, obviously, have a look at. And the construction sequence is fairly predictable. So start with the head, move on to the legs and feet, legs and feet again. Alright. So it's got quite a few steps to do the building, but with this kit you're not going to have any issues with construction. It'll be just like the rest of Bandai's kits. They do a wonderful job all round, so I won't have any issues putting this together, I can't imagine. But yeah, definitely going through there. And then you've got your options for your legs, so you've got these little different piston settings to the legs, so you can put them in different positions and whatnot. Fantastic, really cool. Alright, have a look at the back. So all in all, the construction is pretty straightforward by the looks of it. But there is a fair bit to do, so it'll probably take you a little while to do. And then we've got our little colour call-outs on the back here, colouring guide and the markings for stickers or decals, whatever you choose. And some of the details on there, just fantastic. A couple little 1/144 scale figures with the kit too, if you choose to use them. Totally up to you. Awesome. Awesome. Sorry, really excited. I've had this kit for a little while now. I just haven't had a chance to do a video on it. So I'm a little annoyed with myself for taking so long to do it. And I'll just move this aside. But yeah, hopefully it's well worth the wait. So let's have a look at this here. Alright, so that's the upper hull, or main body, whatever you want to call it. And obviously the head or the front of the vehicle with the underside going on there. And we'll just zoom in on that so you can have a look at the detail on that. Lovely detail. So, little spoiler alert, I'm going to be calling out some of the scratch build details as I see them. I'm sure I'll miss plenty, but if you don't want to know what the scratch build parts are or where they come from, if it's going to spoil anything for you, then probably best don't watch, because whatever I see I'll be pointing out. And if I miss something, please put it in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd love looking at all the little details they put into these things. They're awesome. But look how well that's molded. I've gone through all the sprues, typical Bandai, no flash, no mold marks where you don't want them, or injecting pin marks where you don't want them. You know, it's no sink marks. It's really well done. What more could you want from these guys? They do some beautiful work. Alrighty, having a look here. So we've got some more parts. Now this is the underside for the main body here, and you've got an option on that side to have some panels open, things like that, and that's where this comes into play. So you'll see this side's blank, that side's got the detail, so it'll go in behind there, or like that rather. Alright, pretty simple. Nice and easy, once again. Beautifully moulded. No real problems. Now, first thing I've noticed is I know that is off a German vehicle. I know I've seen it on a German vehicle. I just cannot remember what it is. So if anyone can remember what that is, please point it out. These are some shrouds that are typically on suspension units of some of the German tanks. Other than that, I can't see a heck of a lot more. Oh, I tell you a lie. Look at that. Alright, how did I miss those? German jerry cans. So we've got some little jerry cans there. Another little part of a German tank, be underside and along the side of the hull. Can't think of what that was for now. And I'm tipping that's a hatch off something. Look at it. Fantastic. Now, has anyone else noticed the part from the King George battleship there? No? Did it right there? Right. That to me looks like the gun turret off the King George V battleship, I think it was, from British Navy, or Royal Navy in World War II. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Love it. I'm tipping that'd be an exhaust stack off a smaller naval vessel. Top of the exhaust stack, something like that. That's so cool. But that's, yeah, it's just all the scratch building that ILM did when they were making these kits. Now why build something 100% from scratch if you don't have to? If you can just get some parts and put it together. Oh, and I just realised I missed a bit. Going back. Naughty, naughty. 88mm guns off German Tiger tank, and all they've done is just drilled through the muzzle brake there. Give it more of a sci-fi look. Pretty cool. Alright, moving on. Some more weapons here. These will be for the side of the head, so on and so forth. I'll just zoom out a little bit. Sorry, everyone. Basic. So it's all nicely done. Quite a lot of parts to fiddle around with, but it'll be a fun build. And that's that little silhouette that they have to put in their kits now. So they were doing figures. They're not allowed to anymore, so they have to do the silhouettes instead. But I'm glad they still do them, because this gives you a sense of scale. And if you set that next to, I mean, let's just look at this bit. I mean, look at that. Look how big that is in comparison to the little guy. So it gives you an idea, and you obviously got your little lasers here, and that's for your cockpit. Actually, not a bad idea. If you want to do some lighting in there, they give you these little black stickers or decals to put over that, so it's going to look like the movie version. So they've really thought of everything. I love it, and it shouldn't be too hard to put some LEDs into this kit either. There should be plenty of space in it once you get going. This is the underside of the main body. That's the back of the main body. So those are their ends. More underside pieces. Pretty cool. Alright, some more scratch build details here. This, I've heard it pointed out before, and it does look to me like a German armoured car from World War II, little four-wheel armoured car. Designation escapes me, but yeah, looks like they've just used the front body of that. The back's different, but that's the same. And then in here we have a suspension unit off a tank of some sort. So you can imagine those little prongs either side. They'll have a road wheel on it. I don't know. Anyone can tell me what that's off? Maybe a Stuart or a Sherman, something like that. Definitely doesn't look like any German ones that I can think of, but yeah, certainly off them. Really cool. Just having a look, bit more of a look. Oh, just look at the detail on these. So crisp, beautifully moulded. going to be such an awesome build. That's that little bit off the bottom of the German tank hull again. And then we have the main hull. Now this has got quite a few little recognisable scratch build details. So I'll just zoom in on this for you. First thing we see is a little gun turret or something. Possibly a, I don't know, small scale Bismarck or Tirpitz or something. And there's another one here as well. A slightly different design, but it's definitely a battleship or heavy cruiser turret. We have a little engine, so we've got that on either side, top of a little engine off something, and more jerry cans. So we've got a normal jerry can there, and then interestingly enough, on the other side we've got the jerry can in a little stowage bracket. So that's just a little bit different. I love it, it's so cool. How awesome is it? How awesome is it? I can't get enough of these kits. Can you tell? I sound like I'm like Kid at Christmas. I cannot get enough of them. Alright, let's have a look at this. So we've got all our parts for legs and feet. Everything on here. So there's lots of stuff on these. And this is a little pilot figure. And look how big he is compared to my fingernail there. And he's tiny. Alright, and there's another one on the other sprue. So these two are pretty similar, if not identical. So we've got another little pilot figure on there, and the detail is just really nicely moulded. And look at the back, you can see where they hide all their little injector pin marks. So there's nothing showing on the front. They do such a beautiful job, and all the back sections. I mean, this is all the click together construction. There's no tidy up really needed for anything. They've done such a lovely job of these kids. I'm so excited. Alright, next part. Moving on because I'm sounding a bit kiddish. We've got a standard little base that they like to put in things. Obviously this is for a snowscape, so you could do it. Something like Hoth, I think. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Hoth dioramas, which is fair enough because it's one of the better movies out there. Certainly was. It's my favourite still, The Empire Strikes Back. I am toying with the notion of doing a display base out of one of the book series. So you can imagine with all the Star Wars books, there was a lot of stuff that carried on, and AT-ATs featured every now and then. So I'll be possibly stealing something out of the Thrawn series of books. But yeah, yes, still undecided. But give you another idea of the scale. That's the top of the main structure there, and that, put it side by side, that is our little 1/144 scale snowspeeder. Right, now he looks pretty big compared to it there, but if you imagine, there's a lot of structure that's got to go onto this still. The head and then the legs, so he's going to be really in scale. It's so nice. I love that they've done all these figures in this scale, so all the other models in this scale rather. And now we've got a little AT-ST sitting there as well. If you just have a look at him, I mean, he's going to be dwarfed by this kit. It is so cool. Yeah, I don't know. You want to put this guy in diorama as well? Haven't decided, but we'll get there. Once again, massive thank you to everyone who's been watching. Star Destroyer update. There is another Star Destroyer video coming. I know I keep saying that, but it is in a work in progress, and it is certainly ready for the next video in the next day or two, so it shouldn't be too far off. What else? Yeah, big thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed my page. It's grown really well. So my YouTube site has, and my Facebook site has. So thank you everyone. And massive thank you to Darren once more. By all means, everyone, if you're looking for one of these kits, check out Darren's site. Check out his YouTube channel as well. He's got some good stuff on there. But yeah, take our Model Detective. I'll put the link down below. Big thanks, Darren. Love you, mate. Cheers, and keep up the good work. And yeah, we'll see you soon for another video. Thanks, everyone.